Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the world of Arcane Lineage, and more specifically, we're talking about the all-important superclasses. If you're new to the game or just getting started, here's the deal. Your journey starts with picking a base class, and from there you'll level up into a subclass. But the fun doesn't stop there. Your real power comes when you finally reach your superclass, the ultimate evolution of your character. This is the part of the game that can completely change your playstyle and strategy. And trust me, it's something you'll want to get right. Now, let's talk about the tier list. Every superclass in Arcane Lineage has its own unique abilities, strengths, and weaknesses, so it's crucial to know what you're working with. Some superclasses are perfect for those who love being in the front lines, dishing out massive damage, while others might be more suited for strategic players who prefer support roles or tactical positioning. We'll break down each one, so you'll know which class is the best fit for your playstyle. Stick around as we rank these superclasses from top to bottom, and trust me, you won't want to miss this one. I'm quickly moving on to the video, and I'm ranking superclasses in Arcane Lineage. Before we start, if you enjoy these types of list videos, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Enjoy watching. The superclasses in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Brawler. Alright, let's dive into one of the most chaotic and fun superclasses in Arcane Lineage, the Brawler. If you're the kind of player who loves getting in the thick of things and taking on enemies head-on, this class is a total blast. Picture this. Every time you land a debuff on your opponent, you get even stronger. It's like getting a power-up every time you make them weaker, and trust me, it adds up fast. The longer the fight drags on, the more dangerous you become, turning into a monster that's hard to stop. But wait, there's more. Once your health starts to drop, that's when the Brawler truly shines. You might be on the ropes, but instead of slowing down, you get faster and tankier, making it a nightmare for anyone who thinks they can finish you off. If you're into battles that drag on, giving you time to come back from the brink of defeat and dominate, this is the class for you. Just imagine turning the tide with every punch, as your enemies realize they've made a huge mistake by underestimating you. The Brawler doesn't just fight, they survive and make every fight their own. The superclasses in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Ranger, Assassin, and Hexer. So you want to dive into the B-tier superclasses in Arcane Lineage? Well, let's talk about the ones that are often overlooked but still pack a serious punch when played right. They might not have that S-tier shine, but trust me, they're definitely worth your time if you're looking for a unique playstyle. First up, let's talk about the Ranger. This class is all about speed and sneaky debuffs. If you like to be quick on your feet, throwing AoE attacks and poisoning enemies as you dash around, the Ranger's got your back. They're one of those classes that strike first, which means you're setting the tempo of the fight right from the start. Whether you're helping your team out or just playing solo, you'll always feel like you've got the upper hand, weakening enemies before they even get a chance to fight back. Next, we've got the Assassin. And no, I'm not talking about some stealthy rogue in a dark corner, I'm talking full-on burst damage with a side of invisibility. If you enjoy getting in, taking out your target, and getting out without a trace, then the Assassin is your new best friend. This class can sneak around undetected, dealing huge amounts of damage to a single target. Plus, when the time comes, they've got AoE abilities to really clear out the trash. It's hit and run, it's quick, it's deadly, it's Assassin. Then, there's the Hexer. The best way to describe this class? A walking, talking nightmare for spellcasters. Hexers thrive on messing up the enemy's magic, shutting down their abilities while also stacking debuffs to weaken their whole squad. It gets even better. At the start of each battle, they make enemies vulnerable, giving your team a solid advantage right off the bat. But here's the kicker. They get stronger when they're debuffed themselves, so the more you mess with them, the more powerful they become. It's all about chaos and control with this class. If you're someone who enjoys turning the tide of a battle by throwing out curses and ruining everyone's plans, then the Hexer is definitely a class to try. Imagine being the person who makes the enemy regret ever setting foot in the arena. It's not just about playing, it's about disrupting the whole game. Now each of these classes has its own charm, right? The Ranger is fast and furious, the Assassin's all about precision, and the Hexer is here to stir up chaos. They're all great in their own ways, but their true power comes from how well you can harness their abilities. So, if you're not looking for the typical S-tier setup and want something that feels a bit different but still impactful, B-tier might just be the perfect sweet spot for you. And hey, just because they're not at the top of the tier list doesn't mean they're weak. With the right strategy and a bit of practice, these B-tier classes can dominate. Don't sleep on them just because of their tier placement. The superclasses in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Blade Dancer, Elementalist, Paladin, Lancer, Rogue, and Dark Wraith. Alright, let's talk about the superclasses in Arcane Lineage. We're diving into the A tier and things are about to get spicy. These are the classes that manage to strike that perfect balance between offense, defense, and pure chaos. If you're looking for something that feels both powerful and fun, you'll want to stick around. First up, we have the Blade Dancer. Picture this. You're zooming around the battlefield, dual-wielding blades, and absolutely shredding anything that stands in your way. Speed is the name of the game here, but it's not just about hitting fast, it's about hitting hard too. The Blade Dancer can parry incoming strikes, meaning enemies have to be careful about their own attacks. One wrong move and they might just end up getting countered. If you like to be both quick on your feet and deadly in combat, this is your class. Now, let's move on to something that might just set the world on fire, literally. The Elementalist is a walking natural disaster. We're talking fire, lightning, ice, you name it. This class is all about area of effect damage, with huge AoE burns and stuns. It's like a free-for-all, and you're in the middle tossing out chaos like it's a party favor. The best part? They generate so much energy that they can keep that elemental madness going turn after turn. If controlling the battlefield with elemental fury sounds like your jam, this class will have you feeling like an unstoppable force of nature. Next up is the Paladin, and while they might not be as flashy as some of the other classes, don't let that fool you. They're tough, really tough. Think of them as the backbone of any team, taking hits, dishing out damage, and keeping everyone alive with buffs. Their shield isn't just for show, it's a defensive powerhouse. Sure, they're a bit slower than the others, but good luck actually taking one of them down when they're stacking buffs and blocking everything that comes their way. Now, if you're looking for something that's as fast as it is strong, look no further than the Lancer. This class is like the Swiss Army knife of the battlefield. Speed, power, and sustainability all rolled into one. With their spear, they can control the battlefield with reach, dealing both single target and AoE stuns. But here's the kicker. They heal when they block or dodge. That means they're built to last, no matter how tough the fight gets. Plus, they've got a party-wide damage buff that's going to make your whole team hit like a freight train. Rogue is next, and if you love speed, this class is going to be your best friend. The Rogue is all about outsmarting your opponents, dodging, weaving, and hitting like a blur. They've got that perfect balance of high speed and high damage, keeping enemies on their toes. And here's the cherry on top. They're the best at looting. Every fight is just another opportunity to grab some sweet gear, making them not just useful but downright rewarding to play. If you love being quick, unpredictable, and always one step ahead, the Rogue has you covered. And then there's the Dark Wraith, a class that feels like it's straight out of a dark fantasy novel. The Dark Wraith is all about summoning chaos with their Dark Beast. The more dark cores they consume, the stronger this beast gets, turning into an absolute monster that can wreak havoc on anything in its path. But that's not all. The Dark Wraith is loaded with debuffs and damage abilities, making them a serious threat even without their summoned beast. If you want to play a class that's all about summoning darkness and turning the tide of battle in your favor, the Dark Wraith is a perfect choice. So there you have it, 6 superclasses that are all about high impact and high rewards. Whether you want to slice through enemies, unleash elemental storms, tank with style, or sneak in and out of combat, the A-tier classes have got you covered. If you're looking for a class that combines power, strategy, and fun, these are the ones to keep an eye on.
The superclasses in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Monk, Impaler, Berserker, Necromancer, and Sane. Alright, let's dive right into some of the absolute powerhouse superclasses in Arcane Lineage. If you're looking to shake up your gameplay and bring some serious heat to the battlefield, these classes have got you covered. First up, we've got the Monk. Imagine a class that can take hits like a tank, dish out massive damage, and keep both you and your team alive with healing and shields. Oh, and did I mention their attack supply burn? Yeah, that means they're gonna melt through enemies in no time. Whether you're playing defensively or just want to blast through enemies at full speed, the Monk is the class that adapts to whatever you need. Then there's the Impaler. This one's for the risk takers. The lower their health, the harder they hit. And when you enter Berserk mode, it's like unleashing a storm. Not only do you get an insane boost to your damage, but your resistance skyrockets too, allowing you to keep dishing out punishment even when things are looking rough. Buff the Impaler just right, and they'll hit numbers that'll make you question reality itself. Big damage, big risk, big rewards. Let's talk about the Berserker next. If you like going all in with aggression, the Berserker is your jam. This class doesn't care about defense, it's all about offense. As you lose health, your damage ramps up. And once you start stacking those kills, the Berserker snowballs into an absolute machine. It's like a snowball rolling down a mountain, except that snowball is made of raw destruction. Now, if you prefer a more strategic approach, the Necromancer might just be your ideal superclass. The Necromancer is the best non-STR class, bringing a unique mix of life drain, summoning minions, and yes, even reviving your fallen teammates. Not only do you get a constant stream of skeletons to help you out, but you also generate more energy every turn, meaning more spells and more control over the battlefield. You'll never have to face a fight alone with this class in your corner. Next up is the Saint, a class that's all about healing and support. If you've ever found yourself wishing for a healer that's as solid as they come, the Saint is your answer. Not only do they heal, but they also give your team buffs every time they do, making everyone stronger and more durable. Plus, their light burst skill blinds enemies, giving your team a massive advantage. It's like the Swiss Army knife of healing, always versatile and always there when you need it. What makes the Monk, Impaler, Berserker, Necromancer, and Saint stand out is how they balance strength, utility, and survivability. You won't find any filler classes here. Each one has a unique playstyle and role that's essential in a team. These superclasses aren't just about raw damage or healing. They bring a ton of strategic depth to your gameplay. Whether you want to summon undead minions, wreak havoc with burning fists, or just keep your team on their feet through relentless support, there's a superclass that fits every playstyle. So which one's calling your name? Do you like to tank and heal with the Monk, or are you all about those big damage spikes with the Impaler? Whatever your style, these superclasses are going to make your Arcane Lineage experience way more exciting.
The video ends here. See you in another video. Don't forget to subscribe.